Hey everyone, Albert Pavon here with Pavon Realty Group, back with our special guest, Kevin Coleman from SWBC. He is, I would say, one of Palm Beach County's best lenders in my opinion. There's a bunch of different lending options, folks, and not every lender is the same. There's a bunch of different types. A lot of people always want to go straight to their bank. Some people know mortgage brokers, and then you have what Kevin does, which they are a direct lender. And Kevin, if you don't know what a direct lender is, can you give them the definition of what direct lender is?
Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
We like
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
So a little bit about direct lending. So basically, when you're looking to get a mortgage, there's all kinds of different avenues to where that you can look to find one. I work for SWBC Mortgage Corporation. I think my information is going to be below.
Where's that?
Yeah. Thank you. And just to give you a little bit on it, so basically we're a lender who processes your loan, funds your loan, underwrites your loan, services your loan in-house. If you're doing a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or FHA, VA mortgage, which are the what normally takes place. So there's a lot of advantages to that. One, I know that once I pre-approve you, we're going to be the one doing the lending, so you'll be with me from start to finish. Two, I can confidently say when I pre-approve you that you will get approved for the loan. That's a very important aspect.
Remember, during the process of a transaction, when you're purchasing, there's a lot of hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the home appraises, as long as title's okay, you're getting to the closing table.
Yep.
There's a few factors. As long as you maintain your job, you don't go out and buy a Lamborghini while you're under contract. You could change jobs, just make sure the pay stays the same.
Yeah, salary, right? Please, yes. Or hourly.
Because I just love when I show up to an inspection and see that my buyer showed up in a new vehicle. But as long as everything stays the same from start to finish and there's no change in your credit or salary, you're going to make it to the closing table. Is that correct?
You will, yes.
Okay.
My pre-approval is very strong. Just to give you a little insight, I know you do this, and this takes place all the time. So when I look to get someone pre-approved at the beginning of the process, I'll send out a certain list of items that we need. Pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns in some instances, 2 months bank statements, so on and so forth. You can apply online, which is really simple through our turnkey system. You can upload all your documents to my secure website.
Simple and secure.
Simple and secure, very secure. And I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours with an answer on our initial pre-approval. Now, the pre-approval is good for 120 days. Once we have that completed.
Pause right there.
Yep.
Why is it only good for 120 days?
It's a good question. It's the life of a credit report. So once your credit report's pulled, that particular credit report's good for 120 days. So at that point.
So quick question, sorry. Yep. I hate to cut you off again.
No, that's okay.
So if somebody goes and let's say they walk into their bank and their bank says they're pre-approved because they got on a phone call and they gave them everything.
Mm-hmm.
Credit gets pulled. They decide to switch lenders in 45 days.
Yep.
How bad will it affect their credit?
I mean, if you have your credit pulled by every lender in Palm Beach County, it'll kill your score. If you have your credit pulled by 2 lenders, one, it might drop your score 5 points, which will make itself up in 60 days. 2, you get to see what 2 different lenders offer, which I know I like to see the options of what's available out there.
Unless they go to you first.
Well, if they come to me first, just stick with me. No, the terms will be good.
Yeah. No, but the truth is, you are entitled to get a second opinion.
Yes.
And sometimes when I have someone, they ask for a second opinion, I say, hey, just ask the first lender what your score was.
Yep.
And we won't have you pull it just
yet.
You can run numbers based off of that old credit score.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Just making sure. And I'm assuming interest rates are tied into what the credit score is.
Yep.
Okay. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So you're good for 120 days.
You're good for 120 days.
Okay.
Now, there's a couple of strong points I'm about to put out. One, when you get pre-approved by myself, Albert's going to get my pre-approval letter, and he's going to work with you to find your house. As we all know, it's been a seller's market, and there's going to be multiple offers in a lot of situations, and you want to have what's called a strong pre-approval letter. And when I say strong, I mean the listing agent to the house that you're looking to purchase is going to call me, and they're going to ask a series of questions.
Well, not every listing agent will do that. I've submitted offers, and
if they don't, God
that's
bless
all right.
them.
We're not here.
Yeah.
We're not here to bash anybody.
No, definitely not. I encourage them to call me, and the reason I want them to call me is because I want to tell them that we've got all the documentation needed. We've got credit pulled. We've run what's called desktop underwriter or loan prospector. Have you approved in our system? And that we're a direct lender. They're going to be with me directly throughout the process. If you need me, here's my cell phone. You can call, text, email, whatever works for you, and pretty much go from there. I feel that helps strengthen the offer.
Don't you? And going back to the credit score, don't you guys have a certain software that can tell you what to do to increase your score?
Oh, absolutely.
So sometimes they have a bad credit score, right?
Yeah. Well, and to credit score in a lot of cases, and it's not even a bad credit score. Let's say we pull a credit score and it's in the mid 600s, and it tells me that if you were to maybe pay 2 credit cards down by $800 and get the limits, the balance compared to the limit down, your credit score can increase to 720.
But the software tells you that.
Yeah, the software tells me that. It's good for 30 days too, so within a certain time frame, you have to get it done. But if you do that, maybe that'll help you qualify for a 1/4 or 3/8% lower interest rate on the loan that you're doing. We can use it for all different kinds of options.
Yeah, I bring this up because so many people want to get pre-approved, and we've talked about this before, but so many people want to get pre-approved right when they're ready to go look at a home. And I always say, hey, the right time to do this is you want to do it a few months.
You want to do it a few months.
So if you have to fix something, if we need to get something from your accountant, if we need, being that we're in so low inventory right now, we can start studying the area you want to be in so we can see what's going to come out in the future.
highly encourage getting pre-approved at least 30 days before you start shopping. The credit report's good for 120 that we pull, and we don't have to pull a new credit report if you purchase a home and close in that time frame. And it's just like Albert said, if there's something that needs to be corrected, you've got the time to do it. If you go look at a house and you want to put an offer in that night and there's multiple offers and you don't even have a pre-approval letter ready, you're just so far behind.
It's funny, right? You almost think everybody would know, hey, go get pre-approved first. We deal with a lot of online buyers who come to us, they're just starting from scratch. And a lot of the time when I'm asking them, hey, what's your criteria moving forward? What do you like? And they tell me, hey, I don't want to go past this price. And I ask them, okay, so you've been pre-approved? And they go, no, I haven't been pre-approved yet, but I've looked at an online calculator and I know that's what I want my payments to be. And it's almost like putting the carriage in front of the horse.
So an online calculator, are you referencing like plug in numbers and get an estimated payment?
I'm gonna plug in 575,
okay.
And I'm gonna put down 5%, and my payment's gonna be $1,600 a month.
Ooh, that's a good loan.
Yeah, they forgot to put the interest rate, but
and there's no taxes.
But they confirmed to me, don't worry, that's the most I want to do.
So I highly encourage. Online calculators are not a bad thing. If you just want to know what the principal and interest is, it's the same for everybody. If you plug in an interest rate and plug in a loan amount, you're going to get the same payment no matter who you talk to in the world.
So everybody gets the same interest rate then?
No, not the same interest rate, but everybody, whatever you plug in, it's going to tell you what the payment is based upon what you decide to put in.
So if I go on a website and it says the interest rate's 2.5 on a 20-year fixed, does that mean I get a 2.5?
It's hard to say. Credit score is important there.
So you should probably speak to the lender.
But I want to just dive into the biggest thing that I dislike about online payment calculators is that every house is different. The taxes are different for every home. The homeowner's insurance is different from every home. If you purchased a home in 2020, you'll notice that homeowner's insurance cost rose significantly last year.
Well, we only had about 5,800 hurricanes.
Yeah.
Luckily.
And
we didn't
I mean, the other thing too is even mortgage insurance, if you're putting down less than 20%. What the online calculator tells you your private mortgage insurance, PMI, is going to be monthly is probably completely different than what it actually is going to be.
Well, something that I do like about you is when the buyer has picked out a house or picked out a couple houses, we've emailed it to you and you've helped send back what they can expect.
Oh, absolutely.
What their closing costs are going to be, what they can expect for their payments to be.
Yep.
Now, insurance is one that we won't know.
It's always a variable.
Yeah,
and we can't.
But we have taxes that we could use, and we can compete those numbers. So
absolutely.
So it's super, super helpful when it comes to that. So what we also talked about in a previous episode is what the loan limits are, which is important as well. So just so you know, in 2021, the loan limits for FHA and conventional has changed.
Yep.
You remember what those were?
Yep. You can go up to $402,500 on an FHA loan. Conforming loan, we could now go up to $548,250, and that doesn't mean you can do 100% financing at those numbers, but that means you can do the lower down payment options. 3.5% down on an FHA loan, as little as 3% down on a conventional loan. If you own another house, you can do 5% down on a conventional loan as a primary residence for all of the above.
Now let me ask you this, because we talked about mortgage insurance just a second ago, and I want to just dig a little deeper into that. Mortgage insurance, if you put down less than 20%, you're getting it, no matter how you skin that cat.
You're getting it, but there's different levels of it.
Okay.
So, like, for example, if you're trying to do a 3% down loan, credit score is going to be very imperative to what the PMI is going to be monthly on a conventional loan. If you're doing a 5% down loan on a conventional loan, credit score is also going to be very imperative. If you're putting down 10 or 15%, the cost of PMI monthly reduces by a decent amount.
Okay.
That's, again, why I encourage having your credit report pulled, being pre-approved ahead of time, because then you can get an accurate payment versus whatever the online calculator tells you.
Okay. Well, as you guys can see, a lot of information goes into the lending side of it. That's why you need to speak with an expert. And it's me calling him an expert. He's not going to say that, but it's very important that you speak to a lender and give them all this information so that they can tell you. There's just so many moving parts. So if you're thinking about getting a loan, you're thinking about refinancing, feel free to give Kevin a call. His information is going to slide in from the side of the screen, because I like to give our videographer even a harder time. But feel free to give him a call, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man.
Anytime.